What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another race day vlog that I'm not racing in. I am up in Madera Speedway broadcasting. So as you some know, I've been broadcasting on iRacing the last 2 or 3 years-ish. So since Kern got canceled for this weekend, August 23rd, Madera was racing. I texted and asked if I'd come up to help announce, and I am. So pretty cool opportunity, just try to get into it. I know I don't have the funding to go ARCA or truck racing and all that, so I thought might as well make it a little mini vlog, come up, try to get into the broadcasting thing, because I really do enjoy it. Anything I can do around racing, I want to do. So if I'm not driving, I'll at least try to be announcing it. But yeah, coming to have a little bit of fun at the racetrack, and to you guys along the way, a little bit probably shorter vlog, try to get a few clips, but yeah, gonna be fun broadcasting for the first time, so yeah.
Brian looked too cool, I had to heat it up here. She'll bring out a turn number 4 with the flag of her starting of her qualifying.
Big sideways moment off the second lap for him, puts him P2 on the board. Can he improve from the second lap? Keller had been running ARCA, won a few weeks ago up north.
Look at the money on the tape, it's home money. Yeah, we call it hung money.
Has money taped to the grill, and the second lap was money. Puts it top of the board, first 9 of the night.
Yep.
938. I was wondering what that was. I was like,
No, it's a Dominic Lopez.
alright, heat race and qualifying is wrapped up, and I don't think I did too bad, but Steven, what do you think?
Well, just don't be nervous. Speak up.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of well, I'm used to iRacing and doing it, so I get yelled at if I talk loud by mom, so I'm trying to kind of balance that, but I'm going to be a little bit more excited when we get to the races and all that.
Well,
so
pretty soon we're going to have you doing interviews.
Okay, that'll be easy.
Do the bando
yeah,
thing.
bandos. Okay. Man, that seems to be the hardest, is with the kids.
Yeah,
So,
but it's
yeah.
you can relate.
Yeah, which makes sense because that's kind of how I remember those, so that works. So, all right, perfect. Sounds like I'm going to do an interview, which I'm excited about. So, going to be having the mains coming up, and yeah, looking forward to it.
And we've been rotating a cast of junior late model drivers and graduates in our booth. We get a new one in the booth tonight. Bakersfield's Cabe McClenny. Cabe, welcome to Madera Racing on the Racer Network. What are these kids going through in their minds right now as they get ready for a 70-lap main event?
Yeah, they're all getting ready to go green here. They know they're going to have a caution at 40, but to save a little bit of tire is going to be important for that last 30-lap run after it bunches back up. So these guys are getting all, guys and girls are getting all the tires warmed, everything's set where they want it, and getting ready to go green here.
So it's warm tonight, but we have this cloud cover, and everybody in practice was talking about how tight they were. What are some of the adjustments the drivers have at their disposal to compensate for that?
Yeah, they have obviously brake bias, which will help you a lot on the corner entry and kind of through the center. And then just depending on how you drive it, these kids are all going to be learning. So arcing the corner if it's a little tight, or entering a little bit more shallow if it's loose, can help you no matter what. So just driving a little bit different way or using the tools. Denton going to learn a lot behind these two in front of him. Obviously top 2 in points, going to learn a lot here. But yeah, Blakesley, as you said, once the sun sets, probably a little bit more than what it is, that track will get a little bit cooler. The top will come in, and the junior late models might be able to move up there.
He's been a very aggressive driver. Right now he's in second place with a strong hot rod on kind of a one-groove track. How tough is it to maintain your patience like that?
Yeah, it's really difficult, especially if you know that you do have the car, and it looks like if you're able to stay on the back bumper of the guy in front of you, is we got problems into turn number 1, Skyler into the outside wall, and we go caution on lap number 7.
Well, for our co-host tonight, Cabe McClenny, you have to be enjoying all the 5s dominating, right?
Yeah, being a normal 5 myself, 05, I got a 5 lead, 5 second, and a 54 in third, so it's cool to see all them kind of in my number.
They're doing it all for you.
Yeah.
Well, we know how potent those Derek Thorne cars are, so it's really cool to see Derek Thorne involved in this series, and you had touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, we know Eli Black has one of the local drivers of Sheldon Cooper helping. Hamlin has Derek Thorne helping, one of the best on the West Coast, and then just behind him, Cole Denton with Mike Nate. That car has always been quick around the Madera Speedway, so definitely not, but I mean, the junior late models are all about learning, and going to the back is definitely a good way to learn, especially how to set up a pass and everything like that. So it'll be fun to watch him as he's coming back through the field.
That the 5 of Hamlin is working on a crossover on Bristol Bornemies. It's got to take its time here. He's got a long way to go, guys.
if the leader starts here.
Well, we're all just so impressed by that maneuver by Bristol Borneman and Cabe. We've all just been kind of talking about that here in the booth.
Yeah, I know. I walked down to John Mankey, who's spotting for Bristol, asked him kind of what they're trying to work on with Bristol, and he said that they're trying to help her racecraft and just kind of figure that out, which is good to have a old racer like John Mankey on the radio with her helping her. See, and you can see it. Hamlin got a good run on the corner exit, kind of looked and just didn't back out of it, wasn't there enough.
The folks with the holding camp working with Eli Black here on how he can come back from this.
Yeah, I talked to Hunter down there at the halfway break. He said that they were just trying to work on consistency, and we seen it at the first half of the race, lean the whole thing until that caution there. So we'll see if he's able to work his way back up to the front of the field. Steve trying to hold it on that inside line, but Trevor with the experience in the late models moving to the pro sportsman for this race, and he's going to clear down the back straightaway into 3. Joseph just graduated from high school, so he's got a little bit more racing experience than the junior late models we just saw, but a good learning for him to try to set up this pass behind Trevor, kind of getting it done from one of the veterans at Madera Speedway. Yeah, Joseph Holliday with Sheldon Cooper as his spotter. I'm wondering when the coaching comes into play, if he's going to tell him to try to run the top for a corner, but he's going to be side by side down the back straightaway. Best moment that he's had, a little bit of contact into 3 and 4. They're going to be side by side through 3 and 4 at the stripe. Still Trevor, but Joseph with the best opportunity he's had all night, and he's going to clear off of turn number 2. Yeah, you got the Holdens working on it for you. Back-to-back races. Really got this thing figured out, so it's cool to see. What did you learn from tonight after trying to working that pass and getting the lead?
I needed to be real patient because I knew he was good driving and I knew that.
Well, you did a great job of it. Anybody that you'd like to thank or give shout-outs to?
I'd like to thank HDC Motorsport, Sheldon Cooper, my mom, my dad.
Brian, who are you thinking?
Why you got to put me on the spot, Lord?
Because I want to put you on the spot. I want to see you go pick. You got a lot of options.
I'm going with the 12J and Jay Jolson.
All right. Are we eliminating Keller from picks? Don't pick Keller?
Well, it's kind of like Keller or the field.
Yeah.
You gave me the first option, so, I didn't want to take the hot shoe out of the deal.
I'll take Joey. He's my buddy. I like Joey. If he's able to get up there, I think that he could challenge everybody at the front, so I'll take Joey.
Bring in the third member of our broadcast team tonight, Cabe McClenny, former Mini-Dwarf racer, junior late model racer, current pro late model racer. Welcome aboard here on Racer Network. There's a pretty ferocious field, a full field of drivers, and just what are your quick impressions as we get ready to go?
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a really competitive field. I think pretty much everybody inside top 10, top 15 really could end up winning this deal, so it's going to be cool to watch these guys. Thank you guys for bringing me in and giving me the opportunity, and it's going to be a fun night.
So if you're someone like the 3K of Joey Keneally, who drew that number 9.
I like just be patient with it. He's got a lot of fast cars in front of him. He can kind of follow a few cars through. Just a row up in front is going to be Jay Jolson, our points leader, so he's going to be quick, and if he can kind of get to Jay and follow him through, I think by the end of the night we'll see Joey Keneally up there battling it.
How different is the pro late model to the junior late model?
Yeah, you definitely feel the intensity. I remember running the junior lates and then going to run my first pro late race was a 10K to win race. So it definitely upped the intensity and was a lot of fun. So these drivers are going to learn a lot from these older drivers and the experience, but it's going to be fun to watch them try to migrate and learn everything.
Martin has moved off the bottom, and his rear brake rotors are glowing, which is very unusual on lap 18 of a main event.
Yeah, that tells me that car is really tight, and he's got a lot of rear brake into it to help it rotate, but we're seeing him still working the top, and it's not fully in yet, or he's starting to lose the brakes a little bit, so he can't be as aggressive on corner entry to run that outside.
Is dialing in rear brakes something you would do to counteract a tight condition?
Yeah, on entry and center, that'll definitely help it a lot, as Jay's going to be able to clear him, but as red as those brakes are, he could be losing a little bit of brake. We'll have to watch him as he goes into 1 and see if he's lifting a little bit early because that pedal's getting squishy or what, but already 20 laps in, that's not something you want to have happen. So if you were in Jay Jolson's situation, you're not wanting to make a move, but Joey Keneally, one of the guys that are just coming for the win, how aggressive do you want to be with all the guys racing for points in front of you?
You got lap traffic directly in the way as they all have to maneuver the 42 of Manny Gonzalez Jr. Sean Showtime Reynolds makes a pass on the 3K of Joey Keneally now.
We are 6 cars deep from third on back here.
Yeah, pretty much everybody but Kyle Keller has a battle buddy. It's pretty much you've got somebody to race with throughout the field. Jay's kind of pulled a gap, but that's one thing that is awesome about this racetrack is you kind of always have somebody you're going to be competitive with, as we see Jason Aguirre and Will Martin fighting back after kind of the brakes, but we also see he doesn't have that rear brake problem anymore, so he's definitely dialed that back.
We'll talk about that line, Cade McClenny. That line was really something that all these drivers learned running the hobby stocks, the Howard Holdens, the Sheldon Coopers, the Jason Aguirre's, but that's a line from 10 years ago. This track is a lot different today, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because you see Aguirre now hustling back to the bottom, so like every time he gets up off the bottom, he realizes, oh shoot, I got to get back down there, and this is really dynamic with Cole Denton.
Well, there was contact between Cole and Aguirre, and as soon as Aguirre let him back in, I kind of had an idea what was going to happen. Aguirre let him know, hey, I didn't like that much, and now he's going to get back underneath him. And
well, the wild card here is...
I mean, first off, I got to thank my team, Hunter and HGC Motorsports. They put together a really good race car for me, and we had some issues in practice yesterday, but they worked their butts off.
Well, and Cade McClenny, I think the big question right now is, what about the other number 12, our points leader, Jay Juleson?
Yeah, I talked to him during the break, and he said he's a little bit free on entry, kind of off the wall, turning on the entry, and then he's just kind of cruising at this point, just trying to finish the race. He knows he's good on point, so he's just trying to survive, but he's going to get an opportunity if he's able to get to second, and we'll see if he's got any speed to go and try to get Keller.
Keller.
As he's broke away.
Won the wall off it. Big problems.
Oh my gosh. Well, it looks like the 4 of Ben Johnson got into the 42 of Manny Gonzalez. So I always hate when this happens.
Yeah, just not clear moment, and that tore up a lot of race cars, unfortunately, but getting towed off.
Well, Cade McClenny getting ready for this restart. You're going to bring us back to get things back underway.
It's big. Kyle Keller, Jay Juleson, Will Martin, the top 3 to lead them back. Keller, a little bit slower pace than we saw earlier as they go into 3 and 4. Kyle Keller fires. We're back green at Madera. Cole's following a really good guy on that top side, learning how to drive it, but he's learning with a car underneath him. Will Martin in that green 17 on the bottom trying to fight it back, but Cole has the nose into the corner.
And Will Martin's been leaving him just the most razor-thin hole there when they come out. It's been a long road to hoe from that 9th starting spot.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job working his way up to P6, but talked to him at the break. He said he's just fighting drive off, as we're seeing, as he's kind of migrated to the top, which will help with that, but he's fighting the drive off, and then he's also got nowhere to go all race. He's been behind 2 cars side by side, so he's really struggling. Now as Aguirre, he's going to get cleared by Will Martin. Now he's going to have a choice. Does he go to the top and try to get the run, but he's a little loose in the center there.
Match what Will Martin did.
Well, and that's why he's going to try to turn underneath him there. He's on the bottom, going to try to pin Aguirre behind the lap cars. They make contact. Aguirre's going to go to the bottom.
Aguirre didn't want to let him in, but the 3K was up at his door.
Rick piles in.
Yeah, piles in. Rick Thompson, one of our championship contenders.
Look at it again. Joey realized the top wasn't working, didn't really have the drive off, and as Aguirre does his line where he washes up in the center, that opened up the door for Joey. Kind of stuck the nose. They were able to stay side by side, and Joey starts to turn a little bit, but I don't think Aguirre just wanted to be stuck behind him. But we saw it earlier. Joey was in that same situation. He lifted, and as soon as Aguirre just tried to turn, hit the right front of Joey Canilli, and they both went around. So we're about halfway now, and the caution just came out for a big one, but with 20 laps to go. It's actually been a lot of fun, so I don't think I've been doing too bad. I think I've been all right. So
you go across the infield set,
how I'm bouncing off everybody and stuff, so I feel like I'm giving some good info. It's been fun. So it's not as fun as being out there, but seeing how this race has kind of been, I'm okay with waiting up here for a minute. So this is the best battle on the racetrack for 4th, but the guy that's been out front all race, Kyle Keller, took the lead on the initial start and hasn't looked back since as he's coming to the white. Well, that is going to complete my first night of broadcasting. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I knew I normally do it on iRacing, and it's just me. I've been having Alex obviously help, but it's just me and cameras and all that. So it was kind of different not doing the cameras and just kind of being able to focus on the race. But that was a lot of fun to do, and hope I get to do it again sometime. And obviously when I'm not racing, I want to be at the racetrack, either spotting if I could or broadcasting it. So I had a lot of fun with that. It was actually a pretty good race. I know the last few probably haven't been, and then at the end, we were all talking about it at the end. They kind of, a few guys that normally don't run up front really got into each other, but I'll take a few clips from the broadcast and put that in there. But yeah, now we got the hour-and-a-half drive home, and yeah, but that is gonna do it. So if you guys all did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.